Hi, this is Karen McNall, and I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and today I'm going to show you how to make this fun fold card using Party Panda stamp set in the Bubbles and Fizz Designer Series paper. Both of those items are available in the 2018 Salebration brochure, and they can be earned with a qualifying order, each of $50. So if you place an order for $50, you can get the Designer Series paper, and it looks like this. And if you wanted to choose something else, if you wanted the stamp set, you could also get the Party Panda's stamp set, and that is free with a $50 purchase. So let's get started showing you how to create this card today. So again, it is a fun fold card using Party Panda's stamp set, and the fun fold looks like this, and it uses many different layers, but it's very simple to create. So we will be using a piece of Bermuda Bay cardstock, and this is cut 7 3/4 by 4 1/4, and I've scored it at 2 1/4. So we'll just take our bone folder and we'll give it a nice fold so it'll lay flat for us. And this will be the top of our card. Our next piece will be a piece of lemon lime twist, and you'll need 2 of these, and they're cut the same 2 by 4 inches. One is for the top portion and one is for the bottom portion of your card. The next piece you will need is 2 pieces of the Bubbles and Fizz Designer Series paper, and it is cut 1 3/4 by 3 3/4, and it goes right on top of the lemon lime twist. And to create the bottom flap, you will need a piece of Bermuda Bay, and it is cut 2 1/4 by 4 1/4, and this would be just adhered just like this. Okay, so let's just do the easy part, and we'll get our adhesive, and we're just going to run our adhesive along the Designer Series paper, and we're just going to lay it down on top of the lemon lime twist with 1/4 inch on all 4 sides. And then we're just going to add some more adhesive to the back side of the lemon lime twist, and we will add it to our card base. Again, with 1/4 inch on all 4 sides. To create the bottom flap, we're going to take the Designer Series paper, and again, we're just going to layer that on the lemon lime twist. And again, 1/4 inch on all 4 sides. Very simple card to create. And we'll just layer this on the Bermuda Bay piece. And again, 1/4 inch on all 4 sides. So that's going to be our bottom panel. And the next piece we're going to need is a piece of Bermuda Bay again, and this is cut 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. And then we'll need a piece of Whisper White for stamping, and this is cut 2 by 3 1/2. So what we'll need is our Memento Black ink, along with one of the Panda stamps, and I've chose the one with party hat. We're going to make this a fun, festive card. I love the Designer Series paper, and it's just really, really fun and cheerful. So we'll just stamp that down, and we're done with the black tuxedo black ink. And now we will bring in our Calypso Coral ink, and we're just going to stamp the little images here. Let's go right here, and let's go down here. Very simple. All right, so now our next step is going to be taking our Stampin' Right markers, and I've chosen Calypso Coral and the lemon lime twist. We're keeping all the colors in the Designer Series paper throughout our card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a lemon lime twist first, and I'm going to be using the fine tip point. Each marker comes with a fine tip and a brush point. So that is the fine point, very, very fine. And then I'll show you the brush tip. It's very, very fat, and it's basically used for larger area images. So if we want to keep within the lines, I would suggest just using the fine tip, especially on the hat here. So again, I'm just coloring this in with Calypso Coral. All right, so now we're just going to give a little bit of color to the panda's eyes. I'll use the brush tip on this one because you won't see it if I go outside the lines on the black ink. So I just think adding a little bit of color to the eyes draws the attention to the panda a little bit more. So we are all done with our stamping on the panel. So we're just going to adhere this onto the Bermuda Bay panel. And again, 1/4 of an inch on all 4 sides. Super simple. All right, so we've got that done. Now we're going to flip this over, give it a good press from the back side. And then I'm going to add 4 dimensionals to the back side of this panel. And then we're just going to give them a little pinch here so the backings come off fairly quickly. Okay, so how do we put this card together? So what we're going to do is we're going to add this panel to the bottom and we're going to match up our edges. And now we're going to take this piece and we're just going to lightly lay it on the card first. We don't want to adhere it, so we can't lift it in case the card's not straight. So I just moved that panel, so I want to make sure that's back in place. Again, all 3 sides here are flush and my panel is straight, so I'm just going to press down on the dimensionals. All right, so our front of our card is almost done. I've done this ahead of time. I've fussy cut this little bottle here. So we're going to add it to the panda's hand there. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to be using the Stampin' Up! Just came out with the mini Stampin' Dimensionals. And these are perfect size for that bottle. So I just use my piercing tool to take them off because they're very small. And then just to place them on, I just put it right there. And again, I just need to leave or take that backing off that little dimensional. And we're just going to put it right in the hand there. Great. What a fun looking panda. Okay, so now to create the inside panel, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually add this first before I stamp. And I'm just going to place it on the inside of the card, just like that. And I'm going to close it up. And I'm bringing my Calypso Coral ink again and my sentiment of happy birthday. Make sure it's going the correct way. Just ink it up. And I know I don't want to stamp it when I open this up, I don't want to stamp it over here because then we'll see it through on the white spaces here. So I want to make sure I'm in the middle. And we'll just stamp straight down and up. And there's our happy birthday. So we're done with the Calypso Coral. We'll set that aside. And I'll show you what I did with the envelope. I didn't do any stamping on the envelope. What I used was the Confetti Textured Impressions embossing folder. I believe I purchased this on the clearing rack. So I got a great purchase, and it's a fun folder, embossing folder, used with a Big Shot. And I embossed it, and it really matches this panda card quite nicely. So here's your card for today. We just created, this is the one I made earlier, just a different color bottle. For all your Stampin' Up! Needs, please visit my website at inspiredbygram.com. Thanks for watching.